Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture 5 of the Learn HTML CSS JavaScript series in Pidgin English. Remember saying in our former lecture we talk about HTML list, we talk about HTML table, we talk about the Favicon tag, we talk about image tag, we talk about spam tags, we talk about link tag, we talk about wetin HTML attributes be, and we also talk about wetin div tag be. So for this lecture 5, we go talk about wetin HTML elements be. We go differentiate between block and inline elements. I go show you some tags wey dey related to block and inline elements. We go talk about wetin HTML styles be. We go talk about wetin HTML colors be. We go talk about wetin HTML CSS be. We go differentiate between the inline CSS, the internal CSS, and the external CSS style sheets. We'll talk about, I'll give you examples of all three of them. We'll talk about the HTML ID attributes. We'll talk about HTML class attributes. And we'll talk about HTML form. So we'll dive into the code. So we could dive into our code. So as we do normally now, I don't place the Sublime text we use on one side and our browser on the other side. So we go fit dey see everything where they happen as they go. So we go take one after the other. We'll talk about block elements. So block elements are those elements where they take every angle of the screen. Like it could collect everything of the screen. It will take that full line, just like if you write for your notebook. We'll keep the Sublime text on one side and the browser go there on the second side, so you go fit dey see how the changes they work. So we'll take one after the other. We'll talk about block elements. Block elements now those things where they take the whole width of the screen. So an example of block element are div, like we talked before. This div na block element. This h1 tag inside na block element. Why did they call them block element? Because any other thing where you put no go fit stay like this for the line. It go always drop to a new line. So make I save them now and reload. See them. So again, what I want to show you now how we go take know. So if you go your browser like this, you press F12. If you go your browser, you press F12. Something go pop up. They call them Chrome Developer Tools. Now there we go fit inspect all these things what they do. We will see where it help also for errors and the rest. So we will check why they call them block elements. So if you go your Chrome Dev Tools, click this pointer. If you select this block element, it seems it take the whole space of the page. You see body header, it take the whole space, nothing remain, it collect everything. You see body header 3 and the header 2, all of them collect everything for the page. So now I show you, I leave the header here, then I show you what they call. We'll dive into inline elements. Those inline elements are those ones where they stay on one side of the screen. So make I show you. They know they take the full screen. They go just take where contain them. I go save here now and I go reload. You can see why they call the link tag inline elements. You know, so my this thing they selected already. You see, say this one a link, the first link, second link, third link, fourth link. Now so they go they take where contain them, or they write like say they write for book. They go they take where contain them. They go like that. If I add more link, save them, reload, you go see them. You see them. All of them go to continue like that. So they call them inline elements, and then plenty. So some of them now this one we use the example the anchor tag. For the inline element, you get the abbreviation tag, they get the acronym tag, they get the break tag, the bold tag, the break tag, the button tag, the code tag, the emphasis tag, the italic tag, the image tag. input tag, script tag, select tag, small tag, span tag, strong tag, and the less. While the block elements, we get like the article tags, the aside tags, the block quotes. All these tags, you no need know them for now, but we're going to use them later. But no force yourself, say you want to know them now. You see the list tag, they there self, the header, the H1 to H6 tag, they there, the video tag, this one to insert video. Form tag also, now block elements. So we'll talk about HTML styles. We'll dive into our code immediately. So I go comment all this one out, so our screen go dey clear. I go save am and I go reload. Okay. Sorry about that. Comment am out, save, and reload. Okay, so everything don't come up for the screen now. Okay, so everything don't come up for the screen now. We'll talk about HTML colors. So you see, as every element there, for us to give colors, we go always give the tag, the style attributes. Then from there, we go come select the property we want give them and the value we go pass to them. So now the syntax be this. You go put inside the tag will get style attributes, the property, and the value. So we will save this now. This one now we give the paragraph tag. Remember, I say paragraph tags too now also block elements. We give the paragraph tag, we give them style attributes. We say make the color be green and the background color be yellow, and make the font weight be bold. I go save them now, then reload. You see paragraph tag and block element. Now I take the whole size of the screen. Then all the styles will give them here go like that. The color, HTML color, the background color, and everything. We'll comment this out. We'll go to HTML CSS. You see, say we don't small we don't enter with the CSS be. We don't enter with the CSS. We don't enter CSS. So there are three ways in which you fit take add styles to HTML elements. One are the inline. Now be something like this. What we don't do. We'll put the style attribute and we put the property with the color and the value. So now what we do here na inline style. So now the syntax with this. Go put the tag name, go give the tag the style attribute, then the property and the value. So we'll give an example of what we mean. So I give a paragraph tag. We'll change this paragraph to like H3. Change to H3. I will save now. You see here we give the header 3. We give them style attribute. We give them color, property, then the passing the value as green. So I go save now. Reload. See now inline styling we do here. That means we style them inside the tag. I go comment this out now, save the page, so we'll get clean screen. So before we talk about external styling, we'll talk about internal. So let's say we get this H1 now. You know, say if na inline styling, we go write the style attribute here, pass them the value, the property and the value. But for this internal styling, they know they do them like that. We go access them through the style tag for inside the header. You see the style tag for inside the header. So we dey deal with H1 here. So I want style this H1, but I don't want put them inline, I want put them internal. So the internal, you go dey inside the style tag wey dey the head section of the page. So now here they select say make all h1. So this is saying that all h1 go get this property. We dey say all h1 go get this property. So I go save now and reload. You see all h1. So even if I come here, add another h1 here, I save them, reload, it go still get that property because I dey style and say make all h1. So even if I can't change this one to h2, because say for the script I say make all h1, this one no go get them. Don't see am. This one just dey like say I dey pass in normal h2, but this one get all the property. See the color wey we put, the green. So we don't do that side. Now we'll talk about external styling. So sometimes you go write code really very long. You want to break all these things into different forms. You know what make the thing they clash with each other. So I go comment this one out first. So now why then come about with external style sheet? So let's say you know want to put the style inside as inline. You know want to put them as inline. You know want to put them as internal. We go there inside the style tag. So you want carry and go separate file, and this one are the best method to carry and go external, because it will make your code look clean. So we'll go external style sheets. So I get 3 paragraphs here. I don't create a CSS folder where I go put all the style, and I name the file I want to use style.css. Now I go come this HTML page, come link them. I go link the two now. Inside the HTML, I link say with the link tag, say I want link style sheet to go here, go that CSS folder what I don't create, access the style.css file, will be this, name be this. So I don't save now. I go reload my page. Is it say we get 3 paragraphs here, but no style there attached to them. If I come this style sheet now, come on comment this. What I put here be say make the color be more use green. I made the background color be yellow. 2 odd color. I don't save them. I go reload them. It say they attached to all paragraph tags. So this method now the method we're going to use very well. But we're going to use others, but this method might be one of the cleanest. So you get all your style sheets for one file. Your HTML go only one file. Your images, like I don't see what I don't do for here. Your images go dey one file. So that way it go easy for you to debug if you get any error, anything. So we don't finish with that one. Oh, save and reload. So I go uncomment this style properties we'll get here. I go comment them. Okay, so now we'll talk about HTML attributes. We'll talk about HTML attributes. So there is another way to also use add styling and customize HTML tags. So this one are ID attributes. If you only add this ID attribute to one element at a time. So if I give this guy ID of my head, if I'm not going to give this guy ID of my head, because ID must be to one element. So I will give this guy ID of my head, my leg, So I go save am now. So if I want, let's say I want style this guy will be ID of my leg, my head. I want give am a separate style, and I know I may affect this guy. If I target them with this ID, you know, say if I target them with the H1, it will affect everything. But if I target them with this ID, it will affect only this guy. So we will do some internal CSS with this one. So I get some styles what I don't put here. The syntax to target the ID now hash and the ID name. That be the syntax. So now why I say hash and my head will be the ID name we will give them for here. I go save now. I go reload. You see this first one will be my head, my header. We give them, say make him get background color of light blue. We say make him get the font color will be black. Padding round 40 pixel. Then text align, make them put them for center. So if I want attack this my leg now, I go come here again, attack them with the ID. I'll just copy the same thing, just change the color so you go do a bit easier and faster. So I might change this color to green. I go save now, and I go say make the text align be right. Okay, save. So you go see the difference. I go reload them. You see them. So the background don't change to green. The text don't come right part of the screen instead of the center with this one do. So we'll talk about HTML class. So you get a stage where you go reach, you go say, I know if they assign ID to every element or what I want to assign. So I want target 2 different elements at the same time. And I know I want target 3 different elements at the same time. I don't want to use the target them. I want to use one attribute target them. So now there the class work. So the class, if you give them to, like I say ID, you know, if you give the same ID to 2 elements, the class, if you give them to more than 1, plenty. So make I remove the class property from this one. I go save them now. We go use internal styling. So I don't give some style here already. So the style syntax now for ID, we say now hashtag ID name. Now for class, it go be full stop class name. You get them now. So remember, so I give the class of that element city. See, this one gets city class. This one not get any class. This one gets city class. So I go save them now. You load them. So you see, this guy get class and this guy get class. This one get class, which is London. Paris get class. But Nigeria no get class. So now why the thing affect them? But if I can say I want to add the class to Nigeria now, so I'll save them now. So what at the top here we say all elements will get class city, class of city. Apply this style to them. I go save, reload. You see, I'm all of them. It affects all of them. Now, if I not spell the class name well, let's say I put CI, I not put TY, I can't save them. You can see I'm saying the style go there lost because you no see anything where you apply this class with. But if I come here and I say, okay, true, now wetin I want to do, I call change this one to CI, save am, reload am. You see am, it affect only this one because the class name CI match with that class for up. Now I'm going to talk about HTML form. I go save am now, reload, so our page go clean. So you go reach a stage where we say you want to do login form, you want collect details from user. You want make them they log in, they log out, they do different things. So they get what they call form elements. So now you see everything they wrapped inside this form to show say yes, so now form be this. So the label tag now they use for to give the name of the form, like so users go see them. So you see here na label username, label password, label email. You see them, password, email. Now to tie each label to a certain input, then they give them 4 attributes and they go tie them with it. ID and name attribute. So maybe we'll do something real quick. So if you notice, this login did the same line with this form, and I don't want maybe be like that. So because the input na inline elements, now why you allow the login form come here? But we go use this tag now. This tag they call them break tag to send them go next line. So you see, I don't put them after the input. I go save them. Then if I reload, it go come down. If I add more break tag, you go say it go come down more. You don't see them. So this input tag, I would say they use collect data. They get many other ones. They get text area to collect long data, plenty. So if you want to you want me the person submit long message, they get many of them. But we go to learn them as they go. You get what they call text area. If I save them now, I go reload them. You can see that one go dey bigger than this one. Now that one they use collect you see them, it dey bigger. If you select say which you want me the height and width be. So we'll talk about this input tag now. This input tag, if you say yeah, I give them say me collect only text. Yeah, I give them say me collect only password. Yeah, I give them say me collect only email. Now input tag get many. Get if you collect text, we go show you text. If you collect password, we by default as they type, anything where they type, they hide them. Email, anything where they enter, if you want submit them, you go tell you say at suppose they email because every email is supposed to get like email, let's say jerry@gmail.com. So if you no see at, you go tell you say okay, at suppose they here. But once you put the at now, you go say you no go complain again. Don't say you no complain again. So this input tag, we first collect number. I go save them now. Reload. So here now, if I type text, it no go work until I put in number before it go work. So if you see this button, we give them a type to submit. Show say we dey submit something. And we click. If you click the login, now it's supposed to submit. Now if I click login, you go see the this place go load small. You see am? Say here they load. In they try submit the form, but you don't know where you go put them because we no set anywhere where the data go. Okay, guys, we don't finish HTML as a whole. So you get some new tags where we go see they learn, but we go they learn them as with the code they go. So congratulations, we don't finish HTML. The next lecture go there about CSS. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter also. If you get comments to ask, ask am for the comment section below. I go respond to you sharp sharp.